This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
And thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins. Only on RTV6, results for a Shelby County family with a missing roof. It's been quite a week for the couple who returned from a camping trip to find their shingles stripped from their home. Well, working for you, our Rafael Sanchez got to work to get the results that you'll see only on RTV6. Quite the week.
Quite the week, Mark. Good evening. We've been working with the Giles family since Tuesday on the phone, texting, making sure, because priority number one, making sure that they protected their home and knew all of their consumer rights. But today, the unexpected happened as we got to work and we got results. It's the sound of results.
I just want to be as good as these people are and return the favor in some way.
It's what happens to good people, overcoming an unexpected situation.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster at first. I didn't know for sure what was going on.
Tuesday was bad. Kevin and Shelley Giles returned from vacation to find their shingles stripped from their home. The family believes the unknown roofing company may have thought they were at the right home because Kevin was planning to replace the roof himself and had packages of new shingles laying outside the home. The crew split from the scene, forcing the couple to call police and to file an insurance claim with a $2,000 deductible. Their story caught the attention of Johnson County-based SPG Roofing and Restoration.
It feels like a dream.
SPG reached out to RTV6, seeking to use their skills to bring peace of mind to this family.
The owner of our company feels very blessed in his businesses, and he wanted to, do the right thing and help out the Giles family here, and obviously they were done wrong.
So let's talk numbers. On this very hot day, it will take a crew of 7 men, 10 hours to get this entire job done today.
I'm amazed by it all. I can't believe that, you see these things on TV and then it's happening to you, and it's just I'm in disbelief, and it's opened my eyes to a whole new picture of life, that, that there are good people out there.
There are a lot of good people out there. And Mark, as we were coming on set about 6:02, they're going to wrap up the job, I think, around 6:15. So we should have new pictures of the new home by 7 o'clock, hopefully. A couple of things, though. SPG saved this family between $4,000 to $5,000, right? So that's the first thing.
Right.
How can this apply to all of us? A reminder to that family and to all of us, drop that initial insurance claim to avoid a possible rate increase if, in fact, you don't use the insurance dollars. So if you're not going to use your insurance company, call them back up and say, don't want the money, drop the claim. That way it will not impact your rates. Lesson learned. We'll have new pictures coming up tonight on the news at 7.
I'm sure they had to take it one step at a time.
One step at a time.
All right. Thanks, Rafael, for that update. RTV6 is working for you and getting answers on the south side for drivers. The traffic lights at a busy intersection repeatedly stopped working, causing major backups. Despite calling the Department of Transportation to complain, one driver says it continues to happen over and over. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is finding out what's being done to fix the problem.
A major intersection on the south side is causing a headache for drivers.
Usually when the intersection goes to this flashing red status, traffic proceeds to back up in all directions.
For the last several months, Jason Morris says the traffic signals stop working at State Road 135 and Meridian School Road.
First and foremost, I view this as a safety issue. Sure, it's inconvenient, it causes traffic problems for people, and it takes longer to get places. But really, this is a safety thing.
These are photos of crashes at the intersection posted on the Perry Township Chatter Facebook page. This is where Morris posted, calling on other drivers to call INDOT to report this continuous problem. It's a call he's made several times.
They said that signal technicians were on the way to the scene and that the problem should be under control soon. So I know that other people who call hours after I do get that same response. So I'm not sure what to believe, really. And to date, the problem really hasn't been fixed. It seems like it's been more temporarily remedied every time they come out.
After learning about the concerns here at this intersection, I reached out to INDOT to find out what is being done. A spokeswoman for the department tells me crews have been out this week on Monday, Tuesday, and back out on Wednesday. They did have to fix some wiring that was causing the light to go to flashers, but now that wiring is fixed and hopefully the light is working properly.
I mean, ultimately, I want what anyone wants. I want this thing permanently fixed. There are various schools nearby. Kids have to go through this intersection all the time, school buses, that type of thing. I just want it fixed, and I want it fixed for the long term and not just a short-term Band-Aid type scenario.
If drivers continue to notice an issue here, INDOT says the best way to report it is at indotforyou.com. Working for you on the south side, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Another example of how RTV6 works for you and gets results. A business owner whose truck was stolen during a string of vehicle thefts on the southwest side tells us his truck has been found after we aired the story yesterday. Paul Miller of Innovative Home Realty says the truck was located today behind a shopping plaza at State Road 31 and Shelby Road. We told you on Wednesday, Miller rented his truck to clients who were moving, and the truck was stolen from the client's home in Canby Monday night or early Tuesday. Miller says the recovered truck is drivable, but there is some damage. A call to action tonight from Metro Police. They need your help finding the man seen in this surveillance photo. He's a person of interest in a credit card fraud investigation. The photo was taken on July 25th this year at 7107 East 10th Street. If you have information about this man, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. The state says it still doesn't know what caused an oil spill into the White River earlier this month. Call 6 Investigates has been digging for answers. Our Kara Kenny explains what she's uncovered.
Advocates of the White River say this water is a huge asset to the community, and that's why they want to see the people responsible for polluting it to be held accountable. The oil spill happened September 3rd near Bluff Road and West Southeastern Avenue. The Indiana Department of Environmental Management says it doesn't know how big the discharge was. The state did not notify the public until after RTV6 started asking questions 2 days after the oil made it into the water. White River advocates are demanding answers and action. The White River Alliance telling us this spill has elicited a lot of concern among our members, and it presents a notable risk to our river, its ecology, and its users. And the Friends of White River says polluters need to be identified and held accountable for their actions. RTV6 met up with the Indiana Department of Environmental Management Commissioner Bruno Piggott Thursday.
Into the White River on September 3rd, I don't know that there are new updates.
You don't know how it was caused or anything like that?
We're still investigating that issue at this point.
Citizens Energy is tasked with inspecting combined sewer overflow locations and did not find any problems with the location near Bluff Road and Southeastern Avenue at an August 22nd inspection. The Hoosier Environmental Council is calling on the state and Citizens Energy to better protect the river. This is an opportunity to engage the public in safeguarding the ecological crown jewel of our community and, in time, open up all of the possibilities of the White River for wildlife, for light footprint recreation, for sightseeing, and more. The Indiana Department of Environmental Management says they have not observed any impacts to aquatic life. Working for you in Indianapolis, I'm Call 6 Investigates, Kara Kenny.
Kara, thank you. We've just learned USA Diving is moving its national office from Indianapolis to Colorado Springs, Colorado. Officials say the move will allow USA Diving to cut its overhead and take advantage of being in the same town as the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee. The move will happen at the end of the year. USA Diving has been headquartered in Indianapolis since 1981. She's been through the good and bad times with Hoosier veterans, and it's why Carol Jones is our latest Jefferson Awards recipient. Meet her and hear her inspiring story when we come back. As companies get bigger, that means more jobs for Hoosiers just ahead. We'll show you what's causing the expansion for one business and how it could eventually mean a new job for you.
Lots of lightning, torrential rainfall as well between Logansport and Peru. Some spots in Cass County have already had 2 inches of rain. We'll focus on this and more widespread thunderstorms coming up.
Trust me. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Now to our commitment to celebrating our community's unsung heroes. That's what the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good is all about. Tonight, I introduce you to a woman who, at a young age, knew she wanted to dedicate her life to serving others and easing their struggles. And over the years, so many veterans have her to thank.
Just an outstanding person.
She's like a superhero.
Someone you could call on. Get the job done.
At the Roudebush VA Medical Center on Indianapolis's near west side, a woman changed so many lives for the 28 years she worked here.
Well, you'll have to know my history. I started out at the age of 11 deciding I wanted to be a social worker.
She's so inspirational. She's inspired me and other social workers to be the best we can be.
Carol Jones has used the power of kindness and her smile to make a difference in these hallways.
You're laying there in that chair, plugged into this machine, and here she comes up and makes everything better, just by talking to you.
Using words and her helpful hand, Carol has guided veterans through some of their toughest times. Just ask Glenn Markle, who started as a patient and ended up a friend.
I was in dialysis, pretty bad shape. She came around, and we got the initial startings on the paperwork for get everything taken care of financially, because I was pretty devastated. I'd been working, and all of a sudden my kidneys failed.
Carol primarily worked with veterans who had developed kidney problems and depended on dialysis.
She came in and stepped in and gave me moral support and helped me do the financial things I had to do. And she became a good friend.
Every time I see him, he's got a big smile on his face, and it's happy. So that's one of my true joys, is getting to see people improve and gain their functions and be happy.
She celebrated the end of Glenn's battle when he got a new kidney. Her mission was to lift up people, empower them, and that's why she was instrumental, along with the woman who nominated her for the prestigious Multiplying Good Award, for implementing the first renal support group at the VA hospital more than 4 years ago.
And it just really helps motivate people to keep on living and get a quality of life. It's not the end of the world.
A group that meets monthly and has grown to include more than 100 vets, sharing their frustrations, their pains, and their successes when it comes to their kidney health.
So it's interesting to see that group come together and help each other, and they always gave encouragement to the patients that hadn't actually started dialysis, and then the transplant patients always gave help to the patients that were on dialysis. So it was a circular effect. Everyone was helping one another.
A circle of giving and of sharing started by Carol. Carol, in recognition of the service that you've provided for so many years for veterans here at the medical center, for your fellow staff members, and for social workers, inspiring them, we are proud to present you the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good from RTV6. Congratulations. Truly her labor of love, multiplying good.
Oh, you just can't believe how good it feels to make a difference in someone's life.
And she's made a difference in so many lives. You see, Carol recently retired from her position at the Roudebush VA Medical Center, but she is still connected to the place and its people, and even brings by her signature cobbler from time to time. Carol also volunteers as a field instructor for the IUPUI School of Social Work, inspiring students to pursue in this field of helping others. Nominate someone you know who's making a difference. Just go to our website, theindychannel.com, select the menu and the Life section, and click on Multiplying Good. Hiring Hoosiers zeroes in on an Indiana company turning to college students to help launch a new state-of-the-art home flood prevention product. DryBot will hit the market next month with the help of students still attending classes but making money and gaining experience at the same time. DryBot is a high-tech sump pump device developed in Indianapolis using technology and a smartphone app to reduce potential flood damage in homes. Over the next year, the company hopes to add to its current small team more than 150 workers, mainly students. Student employees will assemble, test, and ship DryBot from this facility. The workers who are helping launch the first wave of DryBots say the company provides so many perks that meet the needs of a busy, cash-strapped college student.
You can make your own hours. If you have to leave early to study or to do something else, they're very, very aware of your needs, and they compensate for that. You can pretty much come in and leave whenever you need to.
Since it is a smaller company, being about 30 people and being an engineering student, I get to actually work with the engineers a fair bit, even for my position, and I can kind of see what it's like on their side of the industry.
The company offers high wages for student workers, free on-site lunch once a week, free on-the-clock workout classes, a retirement match even for part-time workers, a bike share program for the commute, and that flexible scheduling. We provided a link to Drybot's career page, which includes a list of office perks and job descriptions. Just go to our website, hiringhoosiers.com, and click on this story.
Vehicle ready for automated driving. Please engage system.
And off they go. Today at Motor Speedway, RTV6 photographer rode shotgun in a truck with no driver. Well, there was actually a safety driver on hand ready to take control. But Shay got a demonstration of what could be a future trend in the trucking industry, and that's self-driving trucks. Companies like Allison Transmission and Cummins are working with Purdue on this technology. Right now, the self-driving trucks are not ready for the open road. They're only being used on private property. Isn't that something?
Hazy, hot, and humid with some downpours. We'll show you where some stronger thunderstorms sit to the north in Cass County. This is just to the east of Logansport. Radar estimates of 2 inches of rainfall, and it's still pouring. Therefore, west to east line of thunderstorms sitting to the north will zip up there. Repeated lines of storms have come through Cass County. There's another that's about ready to approach Logansport from the west. Departing storms in eastern portions of the county headed toward Peru again, and then Wabash. As I zoom in, you can see how this is a thunderstorm. There's the next, and the next back behind it in Logansport. They've been producing some hail. This is starting to kind of wane in intensity there. To the south we come just north of Greenfield. You can see a little downpour there, and then near Newcastle up to Springport in northwest Henry County. Any isolated severe storms this evening should be in the northern half of the state, certainly this evening before sunset. Then after that, I think the overall threat will diminish. It's 95 for a heat index, that in Muncie. Temperature 91 in Peru, 89 the actual temperature in Lafayette. We'll talk heat index one more time tomorrow, then transition to more comfortable conditions for the weekend before we get back to the warmth next week. Dry and warm in the morning. By late morning, 82 degrees. A rising chance for thunderstorms tomorrow ahead of a cold front. That cold front will drop the humidity and the temperatures back to comfortable levels, at least for Saturday and most of Sunday. Tomorrow afternoon, a line starts to form. How solid a line of thunderstorms still in question, but we'll have that increasing chance in the afternoon. A few may be strong to the east and northeast of Indianapolis through the afternoon and early evening tomorrow. Our break is Saturday. You'll feel the difference. You'll enjoy it. Then on Sunday, 85 degrees, mostly sunny. We're back in the upper 80s next week, and the humidity is back on Monday as well.
Enjoy it while it's gone. All right, thanks, Kevin, for that. Brad Brown standing by with sports. Hey, Brad.
Hey, guys, thanks. 122 players are eligible for the Football Hall of Fame's 2020 class, and these 7 could represent the Colts. That includes first time for Reggie Wayne on the ballot, Dallas Clark and Jeff Saturday as well. Edgerrin James will have another chance after coming close a year ago. Perhaps he gets in this time. February 1st, we'll find out if any of these players will be headed to Canton for football immortality. And a good evening, everyone. One of the most sure things about the Colts over a long time has been the kicking game. Having the greatest to ever do it makes that easy to handle. But even Adam Vinatieri has one of those days, and week 1 in LA happened to be just that. A missed extra point on the Colts' first touchdown didn't seem like much at the time, but then later Vinny missed a pair of field goals that ultimately could have swung the final margin in the Colts' favor. You know the numbers, 46 years old, 24th year in the league, holds nearly every record in the book. Bottom line, Colts fans, don't panic. Adam talked today about getting right back to what's worked for so long.
Past experiences don't mean anything moving forward, but there's been bad days along everybody's road. You just put it behind you and you move on. You know, it's a good locker room. Guys are supportive of each other, and you don't make a play. It's, you know, guys pick you up and you go to the next one.
So just how rare is that kind of day for Vinatieri? Well, in 209 career games with the Colts, he's only missed a pair of field goals in a game 6 times. As for missing 3 kicks total, it's the first time ever, not just here, but in his entire NFL career. We'll see how he bounces back for Week 2 Sunday. The Colts play at Tennessee. It's almost the middle of September, but for the Marion football team, it's Week 1. A change to their schedule gave the Knights an extra week off at the start of the season, so some more time to get ready for this Saturday's home opener against St. Ambrose. The Knights have high expectations again, number 7 in the national preseason poll. A ton of experience returning on both sides of the ball. Coach Mark Henniger once again has a bunch of playmakers and a group that's ready to make another deep turning run this fall.
Having this extra week has allowed us to slow down a little bit and make sure we get a lot of that stuff in. But still, first game. You know, I mean, so you're trying to figure out, okay, what are we forgetting and what are we leaving out? You know, that's the thing that keeps you awake at night as a coach leading into an opening game.
Well, from the Knights in our Sports Extra Spotlight tonight on the news at 11. And the bikes are coming back. Motorcycles returning to the track at IMS next summer. It's Moto America, this country's top series for 2-wheel track racing. The series will be here August 21st through the 23rd. This is some of their action from a race a few weeks ago. More than 100 riders compete over 5 different classes. Next summer's race will also include the popular Motorcycles on Meridian event on August 22nd. Tickets for that will go on sale through IMS online soon. Time for a final break. Back to wrap up the news at 6 next.
And Keller, right now.
Thunderstorms just west of Logansport and then to the east to Peru. That's some heavy rainfall. It's been there a while. Some spots have had up to 2 inches just north of Greenfield and near Newcastle. Some rain. These will fade away in the next couple of hours.
All right. And that does it for us here at 6. World News with David Muir is up next.